Hi everyone and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. So we have another Colouring Heaven collection for you here. This is the annual for 2020, so the very best designs of the year to date. So all of the issues that we've had this year, there's going to be something from every issue in this book. So it's a little collection of a bit of everything. So if you're new to Colouring Heaven and you don't really know kind of what the designs are going to be like, I know they're different every month, but there's a lot of fantasy illustrations in Colouring Heaven, and this is a little bit of a snapshot of the kind of things that you would get if you signed up to subscribe or you just bought it regularly. So this is a collection. It's not part of the Colouring Heaven Special subscription service, so if you're signed up to that and you get one through the post every month, this is not part of that. You'll have to buy it on the link in the description below or in your local supermarket newsagent if you're in the UK. So loads of different artists included, loads of different styles. It really is a little collection with something for everyone. So we'll get straight into it and see who we've got here. So you will recognise these pictures if you have bought every single edition of Colouring Heaven this year. So first of all, we have Mica Jelena. So it tells you on the back which special it was in and who it is by, but you can tell Mica's work from a mile off. She has a very distinctive style. It's kind of Victorian, steampunk, gothic, wide-eyed ladies, and there's a lot of very dark images that she does as well, like this one for example. You can see it's very dark and sort of heavy, but you still have loads of room to colour it, just gives it that bit more of an edge. So I love this one. It's kind of a steampunk lady, but she's got little elements of all kinds of different things in here. She's got tattoos, she's got this RPM counter like you would find in a car or on a bike. She's got scissors and syringes and potion bottles and keys. So yeah, very steampunk. Again, we have a steampunk looking vampire. You can tell she's steampunk because she's got all these belts and buckles and things. And yeah, just really fantastical illustration. This lady's called Amelia because it's written down here in the corner, and it was completed by Mica apparently on the 23rd of December 2013. So it's quite an old illustration, that one. And these are all from the Gothic Fairy special. So we'll turn it back around. Again, steampunk, kind of looks like a steampunk circus act, possibly fairy with the wings. This one was really popular when the Gothic Fairy special came out, and it's kind of a bit of a chalk and cheese because it is very, very dark. But I think that makes the details and the colours that you do add really pop out of the page. So it's a good one to try if you're not used to colouring something so dark. We then move on to the Nouveau Fantasy Special by Leonard. So this is the Lady of the Lake, and as you can tell, it's completely different style to Mica's. It is fantasy, but it's something like you would see. It's very kind of Lord of the Ringsy. I don't know. It's got that look to it. Next, we've got a dragon reading the Hobbit. You see, so Lord of the Rings. I was there. And also you have these really nice kind of Art Deco frames going on. Very moocher. I think they call it moocher. This is Guinevere. So really kind of highly detailed, this work, and lots of intricacy to colour. We've got a unicorn on a rock kind of in front of the sky. It's very sort of focused on this unicorn. Then we have a, what does this say? Lohengrin? I'm not sure. But he looks cool. He looks badass. So it's kind of a knight in armour, and he's coming through on this Viking longship type of thing. Again, you've got all the details in the background, the castle and the forest and things. So we moved on now to the Steampunk Special from Hannah Lynn, one of my favourite editions this year. I actually coloured this one in the original book. And yeah, so it's just a steampunk scientist. We've then got a Steampunk Fairy. And this lady, I don't really know if she's got a theme, but she's inside either her house or a clock shop. It's absolutely full of different kind of clocks, grandfather clocks. Again, the mechanisms, the pendulums and things like that all lend to the steampunk theme. This is awesome. I really want to colour this one. I totally forgot about it actually until I saw this again. So this is the Sherlock lady, or Shelock. I don't know, how would you say it? But yeah, I love it. This is a steampunk hot air balloon rider. I love the mechanics inside the hot air balloon and the pipes and the balloons and blimps behind. Now we've moved on to the adorable Alien Special by Matthew Larson. So you remember this, those really big cartoonish looking aliens. So we've got the alien circus dog. I don't even know what these are. They're all completely original illustrations, but this kind of looks like some sort of dinosaur with wings and sort of moose feet. Llama, I don't know. This looks like a strange three-toed cat. And then we've moved on to the Woodland Fairy Special by Christine Karen. So you'll know Christine Karen. She's a big name in the colouring community, and I also did one of her designs for my Joker illustration that I coloured the other day. We then have the beautiful flowing Woodland Fairy, gorgeous flowing hair and little birds. We've got another fairy that's actually made up of the tree trunk that you see around here. So it's a nighttime scene with the owl and the birds are all in bed and the wolf. Everyone's asleep, but you can just see, if you look closely, her feet actually turn into the tree trunks. So she's some sort of hybrid. She also has horns or antlers. Another from the Woodland Fairy Special. This is a bit simpler. It's a bit more stripped back, kind of basic, clean, clear line work. And this is an older lady, absolutely beautiful, fantastic to practice your older skin, aged skin, maybe doing some liver spots, things like that. And she's holding her grimoire. This is the Bohemian Beauty Special now from T. Fallon. This one had some quite funky illustrations in here. As you can see, we've got the third eye on this lady's forehead, and her hair is just a crazy mess of twists and whirls. We've then got this crystal fairy. I'm going to call her a crystal fairy. She's holding these crystals. They're levitating in front of her. I'm assuming she's doing some type of spell. Again, with the third eye, it's very mystical, very kind of supernatural and witchy. This is from the Sorcerers and Sorceresses Special by Nicki Shoemaker. So again, completely different style. Thicker, bolder lines, but still loads and loads of detail to do. A little bit more realistic as well. There we go, so a bit of a close-up here with the dreadlocks and the dragon and runes and things, kind of very druid, pagan sort of illustrations. Loving this pirate here. Proper black beard, blue beard, I don't know. World of Princesses Special, another fantastic edition by Fabiana Trier. So you can see the Oriental-inspired illustrations here, loads and loads of jewellery. She is bedecked with jewellery. Again, I think this kind of looks a bit African with the huge patterned headdress. Not sure about this. It reminds me of her out of Game of Thrones, the old lady, Diana Rigg. You did tell me in the original video when I did the review for this what this is called here. So again, not sure where this lady's from. It does explain it in the original edition, but I'm no good at remembering things like that. Gorgeous female illustrations anyway. This is from the Halloween Special by Vanessa Yotomoto. So we have a levitating, I don't know, what is he, a sorcerer? I'm not sure, but the cats are going at it anyway. Halloween Special by Nicki Burnett. So completely different illustrative style again. You've got very, very fine lines, crisp and clear. Then we've got from the Halloween Special a design by Camille Pfizer. Huge eyes. It almost reminds me of that adorable Aliens edition. Halloween Special design by Vera Ma, aka Lemon Shortbread. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Hannah Lynn. That kind of style. If you're into Hannah Lynn, I imagine you'll like this one. Halloween Special by Zoe Sadler. So we've got shelves full of lotions and potions. And Halloween Special design by Carissa Rose. So this one is much more kind of hyper realistic, and again loads of grayscale on this. This is from the Christmas Special that I reviewed last week. So we've got a design by Elena Lazareva and from Alfred Villanueva. This is his 12 Drummers Drumming illustration, I think, because he did the 12 Days of Christmas. Then we've got this one again by Mica Jelena, little Mrs. Claus coming down to put the presents out. And this one by Charles Santore, the late great Charles Santore of Santa. Again, grayscale, heavily shaded. And then, now, if you had been wondering what the final edition of Colouring Heaven this year is going to be, this is where you get the sneak peek. So this is from the Alice special, which has not yet been released, and it's going to be the December edition of Colouring Heaven that you'll get in your subscription. And it's all illustrations of Alice in Wonderland by loads of different illustrators. So this one again is Charles Santore. You can see that Alice has grown epically sized inside the house. Here's her eye, and her arm is reaching out of the window, and the White Rabbit is knocking very scarily at the door there. He looks really annoyed. So this one is from Good Wives and Warriors, who did an Alice in Wonderland special book. And as you can see, completely different style yet again. We've got Alice's silhouette made up of all the creatures and things that you find in the book, such as the playing cards, the watch and the Cheshire Cat and things like that. This is from the Dark Fantasy Special, and this design is by Ennis Guerrero, who again is another kind of hyper-realistic illustrator. And I think that's the last one. Yeah, I don't really know why this was put last. I'm not sure. Dark Fantasy Special. That is one that we've already had, isn't it? It's not going to be January's. I honestly can't remember. But if so, that's what you have coming. So the Alice special, I know, is going to be the next one. Still not sure about the Dark Fantasy Special. I'm trying to think back through my brain catalogue if we've had the Dark Fantasy Special with Ennis. We may have, or this may be a preview. I don't know. You'll tell me in the comments. But that's it anyway. Don't forget that you can still get your Colouring Heaven 2020 calendar, which I have reviewed. You can find that on my channel. And of course, the Christmas special, which I reviewed last week. Don't forget that they also have a Christmas collection, Nice Little Christmas, that I just reviewed on the channel as well. So 3 different Colouring Heaven books to get as of now: the annual for 2020, Nice Little Christmas collection, and the Christmas special. And don't forget your calendar as well. So all the links will be in the description to buy this, whether you're in the UK or overseas. Let me know what you reckon to all these different Colouring Heavens, and particularly the annual 2020. Who was your favourite illustrator? Who would you like to, which one would you like to give a go? Maybe something that's a bit darker than you would usually colour, something grayscale, something a bit out of your comfort zone. You can do that with the annual, because it's kind of a conglomeration of all different illustrators. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please like the video if you have a second, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.